Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching. It would mean the world to us if you could just scroll down, like, hit the subscribe button for the Snaps YouTube channel. It goes a long way towards helping us out. Now, let's dive into some college football. Alabama in the news once again as Ryan Grubb, the OC for Washington with Kalen DeBoer last year, and the OC at Bama for the last few weeks has left Alabama to become the Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator. However, it's not just Grubb. Scott Huff, the O-line coach, who was at Washington with DeBoer and then in Alabama for a couple of weeks, has also packed back up and moved back to the state of Washington to go coach the Seahawks. How bad is this for Alabama?
I mean, Kalen's going to have to take over play calling duties, right? Like it's going to have to be his job. Like you may hire an OC to be that spot, but like I think he's got to be the guy next year because it has to go well.
But look at what we just talked about for 20 minutes.
I know, I get it.
You want him to be in charge of that organization and be calling plays?
Who are you going to get at this point? Who are you going to get at this point?
Maybe a head coach. Find an unhappy head coach who's an offensive mind.
I mean,
and bring him in. They grabbed Kane Womack, who's a head coach. They grabbed Langford. Yeah, Brian Ferentz. Patrick Gunther's right. Brian Ferentz.
Brian Ferentz. I'm just saying, like, there is a sense of keeping the momentum that Saban created for 2 decades and not completely going off the rails in year one. Like, if I'm a coach and there's a need to keep the train moving, that you just have to debate. You know what, boys? You know what, wife and kids? I ain't going to see you for the next 12 months, but I got to win. And I got to put the team on my back, and I got to call plays, and I got to be head coach. I got to do everything. I don't know, man. I think he's going to have to put the whole team on his back and do it all.
Kalen DeBoer putting the team on his back. Oh, shit. It's Darren Sharper, one of the hardest hitting safeties in the league. Have you ever seen that video?
No.
Greg Jennings, still a Madden video. You should look it up.
Tommy Reese coming back.
But okay, yes. So what you're saying makes sense. But is there physically enough time in the day?
You have to make it happen. You have to make it happen.
Call plays and run the empire that is Tuscaloosa. Like, I don't fucking see it, dude.
I'm telling you, got to tell the wife and kids. Also, I'll see you next February.
And let's be clear about this. Saban lost coordinators every single year, right? Yeah. Sign that you're doing things the right way. But
it was his system, though. It was still his system.
Oh,
you have to implement your new system.
So, but I'm saying, but here's what I'm getting at is that this coordinator change is more impactful because this is the band breaking up. Grubb and DeBoer have been together everywhere. They were together at Sioux Falls. They were together at Eastern Michigan. They were together at Fresno State, and they were together at Washington. DeBoer famously took like way less money to get Grubb over $2 million. Like these guys are partners, right? And so it's more than just like Tommy Reese coming in and out or something along those lines, right? And like in a Saban era. No, this is DeBoer losing like his hand to the king, essentially getting called up. And so I think that's where I would be a bit concerned. And replacing OC and line coach this late in the game is always sketchy. Yeah. But I would be a bit concerned if I was a Bama fan because these two were not your normal head coach coordinator transient relationship. They've been working hand in hand for years. And now DeBoer's already thrust into this culture shot, this crazy new situation, and he's without his bro, his main bro. And that can be a little scary.
I think it was already trending in the wrong direction. And now this hit, it doesn't change my mind of what I think Alabama's going to be next year. I think they're going to be.
You're still saying 9-3.
I think they're a 9-3 football.
After you said there, it said 9-3 all this last offseason. Yeah, you're the.
I was a season early.
I was a season early.
Team. I was a season early. Jav Solo. Will Saban have limited impact now that he's with ESPN? Are there any kind of regulations on that? I think it's a school by school thing. Like I don't think if Nick Saban wants to be involved, I think Nick Saban could be involved as he wants to be.
I mean, I think he's saying, are there any conflict of interest, like actually rules that would be breaking
No.
if he's like stumping for Bama and on ESPN? I don't think so.
No, I
No.
just think obviously there's gonna be fans like bitching that he's a homer if he's
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
like that's about it.
I actually think he's going to avoid going the full homer route pretty well. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I see Saban as actually being able to keep it pretty objective. Oh, it's like Javier, Javi Lopez, my favorite
Okay.
Braves catcher also. Han Solo. Oh, it's like Han Solo. I get it now. Jesus Christ. Been saying jab for like 3 months. Sorry, bro.
Hmm.
So this is this. Oh, okay. Real quick. On this Bama topic. Where do they go for OC? The Kirby Moore from Mizzou. That's the name I keep
I know
hearing.
that he's connected with Kirby. I mean,
I would
if you
feel
get
so bad for Mizzou fans if they lost Kirby Moore after losing all those defensive coordinators to LSU or defensive coaches.
you'd have to leave Missouri. I know you're high on. I know if you've listened to us in the past 2 weeks, T-Bob is very high on Missouri and Missouri's place in this new era of college football. But if you get a call to go be the next OC at Alabama,
You see what
you're taking the call and you're taking the trip.
you see what Aaron doing here, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Just because Drinkwitz and Mizzou nearly fucked up Georgia in back-to-back years, he's trying to purposely wequen them. He's trying to purposely take out Mizzou is the biggest threat to UGA, and he's trying to take him down, boys. Yes, and Chance Babbitt. I mean, yeah, the Scott Huff is a Joe Moore award-winning O-line coach. That's a big hit, dude. That's a big hit for sure. I'm just sitting back like, hey man, are there any interior defensive linemen on that UCLA team? What about Boston College? I need LSU to just go start stealing some guys here.
Mm-hmm. Do you have an issue with the timing with the whole thing? I know that's been a big topic. Of like they waited to 30 days, they waited till a month after so no more kids could transfer.
Did they really? I guess they did, didn't they? Yeah. I was gonna say, look, the NFL schedule dictates what it is. But no, I mean, look, like when you're home again, so this goes back to them being homies, right? Like that's like look, man, I realize, go to the NFL, go do your thing, but I gotta have you to help keep this fucking class together. Like we gotta land Ryan Williams. If motherfucking Ryan Williams leaves and goes to Auburn in my first month on the job, I am fucked from day one. So no, that's good on him. Good on the homies. Nah, fuck it, dude. Look, you know me. I love
the portal will be open in 2 months. The portal will be open in 2 months. It'll be open again in 2 months.
Empowerment. I love this modern era, but like the players kind of get to do whatever the fuck they want now. Sorry if you got sucked into the 30-day window or whatever. Like, get over it.